Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another video. Now today we've got a kind of tiny little thing on the subreddit. So it was sent to me by someone on Discord. So if you want to go ahead and join our Discord community, then go ahead. It's in the description down below. We're on the subreddit right now. So we have some dumb shit on here. Like, finally gonna get cracking into AC3. Don't. Is shit. Why was De La Serre in ACU allowed to keep his house, considering he was the head of the Templar Order and his house had a passageway into the Assassin Sanctuary? No, shut the fuck. It doesn't matter. But we have this one. AC Empire to have cause and effect gameplay design. So, this is by Ubisoft, Serge Hascoët. I don't know if that's how you say it. So it's this dude. Serge Hascoët, not this dude. It's Jimmy Kimmel. It's Serge Hascoët. He's a miscellaneous crew, producer, writer, production designer on Assassin's Creed 1, Assassin's Creed Ascendance, it was shit. Assassin's Creed Lineage, it was shit. The Assassin's Creed movie, it was shit. So, I mean, does what he's saying mean anything? Not really, because he's no one. Anyway, so he told the French newspaper Le Monde, my French is not, that's probably not right, that linear narratives should be secondary and the game should be more like anecdote factories. Now, let's just talk about that for a minute. So, anecdote factories, that's it's an interesting turn of, phrase. So, what it means, essentially, is that if you play a game like Skyrim, or The Witcher 3, or Fallout, or Unity in a sense was kind of like this, in terms of the world is real and has people in it, and it's full of these little mini stories all over the place, and Unity had a really good shot doing this. Unity did a very good job, because to me, the best part of Unity is the para stories, the side stuff, the para stories, the murder mysteries, etc., and essentially that's what he's talking about here. So, anecdote factories, anecdotes are just, stories. So, it's just a bunch of stories all over the place, instead of one complete main focus, and I think they tried to do with Watch Dogs 2. It's shit. So, he said, for the next Assassin's Creed, the designers have created a system in which what I do not only has meaning just now, but also in long term. My actions will change the world. So, what he's saying actually has nothing to do with the first point. So, anecdote factories, separate thing, but cause and effect system. So, actions you take affects the world. Now, it's weird because Assassin's Creed is rooted in history. So how do you make a game that's meant to be historically accurate and you're reliving actual memories of things that actually happen? How do you make it so that the player has choice? I understand having choice in the way you approach a mission, but it kind of has to have the same outcome. It just has to. That's one thing about Assassin's Creed. If you change that, it's kind of law breaking. I get that the movie is law breaking as fuck, but don't do it to the games. It's strange, isn't it? It's good in a sense. Having all these little mini stories to me sounds really good, because that's perfect for side content. Think of Skyrim, think of The Witcher, think of Fallout, think of Unity. Think about those side activities. There's a bunch of different side things dotted everywhere of these that have their own mini story. It's not just an activity, it's a quest. Each one has its own quest. And I'd hope for quest lines throughout things. It's that one guy that hates that I say quests over missions. Shut the fuck up. They're called quests. You sound like a twat. Missions, it's not Call of Duty. It's Assassin's Creed. They're quests. That's why it's an exclamation mark, because it's a quest. Anyway, the fact that, it's not just gonna be, go here, kill this guy, you're done. Not just an assassination contract, not just a delivery mission, not just a race. They have purpose in the world because they're for a character. That person has a personality. You see your character interact with that person. You get to interact with the mission. It has a story woven throughout each side quest you do. And if you play games like Witcher, Skyrim, Fallout, Unity with the para stories, you can see that. And the murder mysteries were kind of a way of doing quest lines, which is where there's a mini story arc. So you have the overarching story, you have that game's story. Within that, you have all these little mini arcs of different stories. You have dotted ones, which are one mission things where you're just helping someone, but it has its own little story. But then you also have these story arcs where different things happen. It's like an up and down progression, kind of like the main story, but shorter, and kind of like the side quests, but longer, and it's kind of in between. And those are really cool things that I think would work so well for Assassin's Creed, and those are the kind of things that I like. Now, the thing that worries me is cause and effect as a system in Assassin's Creed. It just sounds weird, doesn't it? I don't know how it would work unless it's like Syndicate in a sense where when you do something it affects the world, like they were going to do in Syndicate. Like Luma talked to he talked to us actually on Kill Connor Club, but to get the information he spoke to what was his name? I forget the dude's name. Was it Vincent? No, hurt me. I forget his name. Shit. But he talked about how what they wanted to do with Syndicate was, when you do something like assassinating the dude at the bank, it affects the economy and things are going to cost loads of money and, like, you know, that kind of thing that would actually affect the gameplay. And that would happen to everyone. But it would be like your actions changed the world. But it happens to everyone because it's a historical event. Maybe that's a thing. Maybe they'll do that. I mean, who knows? Who knows whether they'll do that or not? Or whether it'll be, you choose what happens. That just wouldn't work for Assassin's Creed. This is not a lot to go off of, but it is news for the next Assassin's Creed game. We're getting little bits here and there, and that's taking us closer to final announcement. But if you want to check this out, head over to Reddit, make an account. You can scroll, you know, all down here, people talking about it, discussing it. It's good, you know, get involved. We're going to be talking about it in the Discord, so, you know, maybe hop over there, talk about it a little bit, because that'd be, you know, good time to talk about it. But there's a lot of people here. It's a super upvoted one, so, you know, go and check that out. But that's it for this video. Let me know what your thoughts in the comment section below. If you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Bye!
Leaping from my places, rivers are flowing red. Now we're defying, now we're uniting. Go watching from the skies, these streets are burning up. They're starting fights here. I'm gonna take it